everybody. Thank you for tuning in another week here at the Out of the Run podcast. We are excited, and today is a cold day. So hopefully when you listen to this, it is not as cold as it is today. I think it was like 8 or -1 this morning. But anyways, so thank you so much for tuning in. Real quick, if I could remind you, we are on Instagram and also TikTok, and you can follow us there really easy, andale.run. You can find us, and then also follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We have some goals that we want to get out there and have a lot of followers. So thank you for those who are already following. And what would help too is if you would give us a rate and or a comment or review. That would be incredibly helpful. And we want to get this out to as many people as we can. So thank you again for taking time to listen. And I'm excited about the guest that we have today. And Abe, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about our guest?
Yes, I'm also excited today. We have on the podcast who was all-state in cross country this past year in 3A, 14:27 for 3 miles on the grass, 4:24 in the 1600, and 9:18 in the 32 just as a sophomore. 11th at 3A state last year in the 3200. This is Santiago Chavez.
Santiago Chavez, how are you, my friend?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, man. Welcome to the podcast. We are thrilled to have you on and everything. So thank you again for taking some time to be able to come and talk to us about running, but also about life and how you're doing and all those kind of things. So again, thank you so much. And so, man, how are you doing with this cold weather? Do you like it?
Um, Probably more enjoyable to run in the cold weather than like the heat.
Okay. So you don't mind running in the cold weather then?
No, not really.
No. So what's the coldest temperature you've ever run in?
Probably like -3, I'd say.
-3?
Yeah, like last year.
Oh man. Hey, what's yours?
Not that cold. Maybe if it's below 15, normally I run on like a treadmill, but I probably run on like 10 degrees a few times, but definitely not in the negatives.
Okay. Well, and Santiago, I had a poll out there for or a question for the on our Instagram about what's the coldest you've ever run in, and somebody put actually it was Sam Hill. He put a -27. Uh,
What?
would you run a -27?
No, I don't know where he was at.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I don't know, man. I would be like, nah, that's not me. But I'm glad he did it. So, anyways, man. Hey, so did you have a good holiday season?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
went pretty well. How was your
Okay.
guys' holidays?
Mine was pretty good. Spent the time with Abe and his sisters and everything. So, Abe, how was yours?
No, it was good. Saw some family from across the states, so that's always nice.
Nice, nice. Yeah, it's always good. So, Santiago, so diving into running a little bit, Abe actually has a couple of questions, and I thought we could start off with those. And Abe, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah. So I think one question that I've been wanting to ask is, how you got so good so fast, or what's the biggest contributor from your freshman year to your sophomore year? Just reading some of your PRs, you went from 16:13 to 14:50, 9:50 to 9:18, and 4:35 to 4:24, all in one season. So, what do you think is the biggest contributor to your progress?
Feel like big jump that I made was like trusting my coaches more. Cause my
Mm.
freshman year, honestly, I was a bit like too cocky. And
Yeah.
then I just let that go and actually started listening to the coaches and everybody around me because there's lots of people that know more than what I do because I'm barely getting started. So yeah, just listen to other people, what they have to say. Not even like feel like more people that have been like slower than me have gave me like good tips I've actually used.
Mm.
So
Okay.
just listening to everybody, what they have to say, like
So,
really helped me.
you said like it sounds like you had kind of an ego. So would you say there's like one experience or like maybe one race that was humbling? Like once you got to high school that helped you stay more humble, I guess?
Um, Yeah, I would say my freshman track season really
Mm,
humbled me. Like, I thought like qualifying to state as a freshman cross country, I was like on top of the world. Like I thought
that's-
I was like really good. But then like going into my state meet cross country, I almost got like dead last. I
mm,
could like see the truck behind me.
mm,
I guess like that just changed my mindset about like me being like the best. But yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
So Santiago, you said that you let go of your ego. So like how did you let go of that? Like what did you do to be able to say like, yeah, I'm going to let that go? Is there anything particular you did, or which is or over time, or how did you do that?
Feel like I let it go over time because I knew that if I continued that way, people weren't gonna like me or I wasn't gonna get better or go anywhere.
Okay.
So it's better to let go of that ego.
Okay. Do because at least from what I have seen, just a little bit, anyways, it seems as though you're pretty you have a pretty aggressive running style. Is that would you is that accurate, or do you think you don't? What do you think?
Um, well, honestly, I think I could compete with like anybody. Like something I like always keep in mind is like just give yourself a chance. Like don't care about what other people think, like the rankings
Yeah.
or anybody. Only you know what like you're capable of. Like
Mm,
people say like I'm a pretty gutsy runner and like I shouldn't have sticked with Philip, but I feel like I could have done that. I feel like I was like just as good as like anybody there at the state meet. Cause a week before I had like a crazy race at sectionals, almost beating Philip. Feel like I
mm.
think I was the closest one beating him this season. I was like 4 seconds off.
mm.
And then that was just a big confidence booster going to my state meet, but didn't really go as planned.
Okay. So Santiago, because maybe some of our listeners don't know, like your sectional had Philip Supio in it, or people refer to him as the Soup Man as well.
Yeah.
Uh, so walk us through a little bit of like what that sectional looked like, because of course Philip being who he is, and a lot of people anticipating that he was probably going to run away with it and win. So did you have a lead? How, what was your plan going into that, or your strategy going into that race?
That sectional was like pretty stacked. We had the two Nikwa guys, which were at the time like top five in like the state, and then we had Conrad Senior. He finished fifth at state. Then we had like it's probably the most stacked sectional in 3A. People were calling it leading up to the
Yeah,
race. Yeah, people expected like Philip to just like run away with it, and people are like scared of him. Like see him as like he's like unbeatable, and nobody goes in front of him. Like no matter like if it's a start or something, like they're just scared to go in front of him because they know they think they're so much better. He's so much better than them.
yeah,
But leading up to the race, like the first mile goes by, we're a pack of five. Then me and Philip talked before the race. We were like good friends. Like
hmm
Philip makes a surge, and then he like tells me to go with him. And then Mateo, like Mateo Ramiro Garcia,
hmm
he tries sticking on for a while. Then there's like a big downhill after the race. I mean, before the race, I talked to my coaches, telling them I was gonna make a huge surge, like no matter what, or like who was up there.
yeah,
I hit the surge like really hard. Then like 600 meters ago, I have like a huge lead on Phil, like about 7 seconds. I thought I was safe, but he has a crazy kick. So
Yeah.
And at
Yeah.
the end, like, I really didn't wanna kick so I could leave it all for state meet, and yeah, thought that was, like, a big race this season and
Yeah.
gave me a lot of confidence going into state meet.
Mm. Yeah. So, I'm interested. So you have a little bit of like, uh, mentality of like, I'm nobody knows what I can do. I'm confident in myself and that kind of thing. And so, where do you think that comes from? Like, is that something maybe you picked up from your parents, or what? Where do you think that came from?
I feel like just seeing everybody around me, my teammates, you know, from my freshman year to, like, going into sectionals, same sectionals my freshman year, I was ranked 136th
Hmm.
going into sectional, and then I ended up qualifying to state. So the confidence, like, always been there because only you know what you're capable of. Nobody else does.
Abe, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, are there any collegiates or pros that you look up to maybe with that same mentality? I see like I just saw Marco Langen did a podcast with the running effect. I don't know if you know who it is, but somebody like that who has very, outward. He's not afraid to say that he can beat anybody. So is there anybody like that in the running community who you look up to?
I would say, like, me and Marco have, like, the same kind of mentality, but Marco just, like, he's a bit, like, too much, like, says, like, a lot about, like, other competitors and, like,
Mhm.
says, like, out of pocket stuff, but I'm not, like that, like, like,
Mhm.
I think I could beat anybody, but I don't, like, say it. Yeah.
Santiago, Abe mentioned earlier, of course, about how your time uh, uh, improved from your freshman year to your sophomore year, and everything. And so, was there any sort of training that maybe you did that you thought that helped you with that?
Um, I really started implementing, like, thresholds, and during the whole season, all like, during all cross country, except for the last 5 weeks, I did threshold. It was all threshold, no, like, speed work, nothing under 5 minutes,
Mhm.
Hmm.
nothing like race pace until the end. Like, I started doing faster reps and, like, actually race pace. So I think that helped me, like, stay fresh and build more of that aerobic base.
Something that I think a lot of people have gone to is a threshold and running that and everything. So, I mean that's great, and you're building that and everything. And so, you told us before we started today that you actually run in Mexico because you get to go there during the summertime. So, how is that training or running in Mexico? Like, do you run in the mountains? Do you run in flats, or what's that look like when you go there?
Uh, I run at, like, 6,000 feet altitude, and I usually have for 3 weeks, I have, like, a good training block, which I run, like, twice a day. The
Hmm.
morning, I do 6K every day, and then the main session I do in the afternoon, and then I lift twice a week in the summer.
Okay.
So, just grateful for, like, the opportunity, like, my parents just, like, sacrificing and, like,
Mm.
giving me a chance to go there and, like, train.
Yeah.
So,
So, how important do you think like weightlifting and stuff is for you and for other runners?
Feel like it plays a big role. Like, I've noticed a lot, like, during the end of my races, like, when I used to not weightlift, my arms would, like, feel the lactic, then I wouldn't, like, during the end of an 800, I wouldn't, like, be able to feel anything or, like, pump my arms. But then I started, like, doing weightlifting, my kick got much better, like, I would close in, like, under, like, 30 the 200. So I
Mm.
feel like it helps you like when you kick at the end of races.
Yeah.
Like you see like guys like Owen Hareni, Philip Supio, they obviously like lift. That's why they're so good.
Yeah. So is there for you are there any I don't some people, work towards goals and some people rather not. Where do you fall? Do you have like goals that you want to do or attain this coming track season?
Yeah. Um my ultimate goal is like sub 9, but that's like that'd be like my biggest goal so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So do you think that would be attainable for you this coming track season?
um yeah, I think it would be, but like even if it's not like saying that goes like aim for like the stars and fall on the clouds.
Yeah.
So even if I don't get it, I know I'll run a good time
Yeah.
regardless.
Mm.
So would you consider yourself like a 2 mile like your main event?
Yeah, but I've been in like talks like with my coach that they might start moving me down to the 800 mile so I
Mm.
could like become a better athlete like
Oh wow.
cuz yeah, and like that'll help me progress for farther.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're looking at not just wanting to focus on the 3200, but you kind of be a range
Yeah.
for you from the 8 to the 32.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cuz I feel like there's still like a lot left to do in like those ranges cuz I run a 2 flat and then 424, which isn't like the best.
Yeah. So is there like a certain time that you'd like to hit in a mile?
Probably like 415, I would say.
Okay. All right.
And
Yeah.
Uh,
are there any like certain meets you're aiming to hit that by? Like you plan to do anything postseason after state or maybe a big meet mid season like distance night and Palatine?
Feel like distance night in Palatine. It's a good one.
Mm.
I
mm,
don't think I'm gonna do like too much indoor meets because I'm not ready yet for it. So
Mm.
okay.
I feel like I'm gonna have way better outdoor season than indoor for sure.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Because last year you participated in the top times for Illinois. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And how? Because I do remember watching it, but it's been some time. Like how did that go for you?
Um. Well, top times isn't like what it used to be before. Like
Right.
how like the Illinois indoor championships like started. Like more people
Mm.
started going towards that one.
Yeah.
So the field wasn't like as great as other years prior. So the goal was to win that 3200. But the thing is, like, I didn't even warm up. Like, I got there a bit late because it's like two
Okay.
hours from my house. And
Yeah.
then I thought the race was at like 12, but it was actually at 11. And I barely got
Oh.
there in time. Yeah.
Oh. So you went right in that race cold.
Yeah. Good thing they
Wow.
didn't like go out hard or
Yeah.
else I would have died.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have you participated in any like national events like Nike indoor or New Balance indoor or outdoor anything like that?
No. The only out
No.
of state race I've been to is Roy Grack and NXR.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How was your
So
experience? Oh, good.
go ahead, Abe.
So I remember watching NXR and you did pretty well. I think it was 15:11 or so,
Yeah.
from what I remember. So that's a really race. How was your experience at NXR? I know it's a hard course.
Um, well, given like the disappointment, the state, I wasn't like in the best mindset.
Mm.
And I feel like my NXR race wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. Like it could have gotten like way worse than would it went in state because at state I got 21st and NXR I got 20th. So that's like a
Mm,
big jump
Yeah.
the following week. I
yeah,
saw like I could have raced way better than what I did. And it's sad to see like how my season like 2 races ended. Like because nobody really knew how good I really was except for myself.
yeah.
Hmm.
Mm. So Santiago, if I'm wrong, tell me, of course, if I'm wrong. I thought that I saw something that there was a period that you thought you were not going to run anymore. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about that? Like what brought that up, and then how did you decide? Like, I'm gonna keep running.
Um well the same thing is still kinda going on. It's just like losing love for the sport. I don't know. Like it's just kind of sad, like my time is kind of running out and I haven't really figured out the state meet or
Mm.
done as good as like I wanted to. And it's also sad to see like everything you like work towards like in and out, like other people try to help you. My parents sacrifice a lot for me and just me not being able to give back as much as like I would want to, like just really hurts.
So what? So well, of course you're running now. So like, what do you think helped like maybe get you a little bit out of that sort of mindset or that place you were in? Was it support? Was it maybe changing the way you think, or what do you think helped you with that?
Um, well, both like the girls and my coach, the girls coach and the guys coach, like really helped
Hmm.
me. They would like pull me out of class and like talk to me about it and like really help me and research like ways to like start helping me and like they made me like read some books about like mental health and
Okay.
stuff, which really helped me.
Hmm.
And just like not leaving my teammates behind because I know like a lot of them like look up to me because my team isn't like as strong as other programs. So they
Right.
like look up to me. So I wouldn't want to leave them like behind. Stuff.
Mm. Yeah. So it sounds like what's something that would be important to you is that you want to be able to give back to those who have helped you and have supported you, like your parents. And that's something that's really important to you. Maybe a driving factor in how you run. Is that would that be correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah. So because you see the sacrifices that your parents have made for you, uh, you feel that like this is a way that you can give back to them and everything. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. So Santiago, what if I could, I'd like to at least, let you know that, you know, at least from what I have seen, the little bit, you're an incredible young man, and you have a future ahead of you, and there is some incredible things that you can accomplish, um, because you have you have the grit to be able to accomplish some incredible things. So if I could just encourage you in that, keep moving forward one step at a time, one day at a time, and I'm sure your parents are proud of you, no matter what, and everything. And so if I could just encourage you in that and just remind you of that too, you know?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course, of course. And so Santiago, with, of course, you mentioned that indoor, you're not going to do a lot of meets there, but you're more focused on the outdoor, uh, outdoor stuff. So what for you? I'd like to at least know like how did you get into running? Because it sounded like you haven't been doing it for a long time, or how what grade were you in? When did you start it?
Originally, I like started playing soccer,
Okay.
and to help condition for it, like I would go on runs with my dad, and then just train for the local 5K. Then after that, I kind of started liking it. I started running a bit more, and just one of my soccer coaches was like, I don't know, he was pretty rude,
Oh.
and the same season track was going on, so I just
Mm.
decided to quit soccer, move on to track, and I actually broke 5 minutes a mile with like minimum training. So that was like really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so what? How old were you, or what grade were you in?
Uh, eighth grade.
Okay. Okay. So
I was just
really, you've
gonna
been. Go ahead, Abe.
I was gonna say, I think the local 5K might be like a runner's pretty common start point. I remember me and my dad. The So here in Dixon, it's Ronald Reagan's hometown, so we have it's called the
Yeah.
Reagan Run 5K. So that was the first race I ever ran. I remember running with my dad like 3 miles one time before that, and we raced that. And I think you beat me there, Dad, but I haven't been beaten by him since. But that was
Yeah.
that was my start also. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the 5Ks are a good way to start. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it is.
yeah. So Santiago, just to kind of get to know you a little bit more, before, we came on and started recording, I had asked you if you, speak Spanish fluently, and you said you do, and everything. And so I'd like to know, do you have a favorite Mexican food or dish that you're like, oh, yes, I love this?
Mm, there's a lot. Well, I really like carne en su jugo,
Okay.
tortas aguadas.
Yeah.
That's about it. Well,
Okay.
there's a lot of more, but those are like the two main.
Okay. So with like tacos, like, do you like steak tacos or chicken taco, or chicken tacos better?
Mm, I think steak tacos is way
Yeah.
better.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. All right. On your playlist for music right now, what would you say is maybe your top artist, or your top three songs, or something at the top that you listen to a lot right now?
Um. Well, my phone's kind of broken, so I don't really
Uh,
listen to it. But during the cross country season with my friends, I would listen to like more calming, relaxing music, like
okay.
Leve,
Okay.
um, Drake.
Okay. I got you. A little Drake,
Yeah,
a little calm music, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
there you go. And so if you had to choose, I don't know if you know much about this, but if you had to choose between two teams, Team Marvel or Team DC, which comic team would you find yourself on?
I feel like Marvel movies are like really good,
Mhm.
but I don't know. DC characters are just a bit better,
Okay.
but probably be way scarier to be in there because I feel like DC characters are like more ruthless than the Marvel ones.
Okay.
So probably DC.
All right. So do you have a favorite DC character?
Um, probably Red Hood.
Red Hood? Okay. That's different. Like I know a little bit about Red Hood. I don't know a lot, but I know about him. So there you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. So Santiago, is there I don't wanted to give you an opportunity, if there was anything like inspiring, or maybe even challenging, that you would like to share with our listeners. I wanted to be able to give you the opportunity. So is there anything that comes to mind that you'd like to share with our listeners?
I would just say, like, give yourself a chance, like how I said before. Like, only you know what you're capable of, and don't care what other people think or how many rankings are coming out now. Don't care about that. Just give yourself a chance, like how I said before.
Okay. All right. There we go. Very, very good. Give yourself a chance in everything. So that's really good, Santiago. Abe, is there any comments or questions that you have for Santiago?
No, I mean, I think that's great advice. You gotta listen to what you know is true, and that's, what you believe yourself. So good advice. And yeah, that's what I have to say.
There you go. All right. Well, Santiago, thank you so much for coming on. We really do appreciate it, and appreciate your time, man. And hopefully, we'll be able to see you at some sort of track meets, probably state, and everything, and be able to meet you in person. That would be awesome. And if they have a taco truck, I'll get you some tacos. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Just want to say thank you again, guys, for listening, taking time to listen this week with Santiago. And you can, of course, uh, share this with your friends, those who you think would appreciate and enjoy this conversation with him. And don't forget to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate it. And as you go about your week this week, I hope that you do it with gusto and you do it with excitement, and get out there and do it and just be like, andale. So you guys have a good one, and we will talk to you later.